silver notes. No more. We're not going to touch that. Oh, it might get our brains blown out. You know, the media. I got to make a paycheck. You see, everybody is compromising their conscience and their integrity and their honor for a buck, for a dollar, because this is their way out of fear. This is the way we've been trained, that this is okay to do this, to make this compromise, because it's your very survival. Remember, buddy, it's the roof over your head. Okay, this is the food on your table, the clothes on your back. This is everything. So you better be ready to sell your conscience and your honor and your integrity, all this crap, because what's really important is just making a buck. And I, for one, am sick and tired of it. I want off the stuff. And not enough people are seeing the things I'm seeing. And that's why I feel compelled to make these videos and to share with people. I want to bring the truth to people as best I can. I want to be like a living sacrifice, okay, for love, for good, for God, okay? Whatever it is, I just want to get out there, stick my neck out, and if I make a fool out of myself, that's tough. Humiliation never killed anybody, okay? It's okay. It'll just bring more humility. We should all have a lot of humility. If we're ever self-righteous, we're off track. Always remember, this is about glorifying our Creator God, being grateful for our existence. And I'm very grateful. I feel so blessed. I feel like I've got so much stuff, even, you know, possessions and material-wise. I think, you know what? I don't want any more stuff. I feel guilty and ashamed of the stuff I have. I want people to catch up. I want the guy that's going to die out in the bushes tonight. Once he's got as much as I have, then I can feel like, hey, oh, maybe I would like to, you know, have this possession or that. But in the meantime, I don't care. I've already got too much. You know, but so many people in our westernized society, they say, what, are you joking? They'd look inside my inside finances and whatever, my assets, and they'd laugh. Literally, they'd laugh. But think of all the people in third world countries, too. Not just here in America dying in the bushes, but all over the world. They're trying to bring this to America. They're trying to bring India and China and Mexico and anywhere else, you know, all these, you know, Africa, all the worst of all these places we're going to have right here in America if we don't stand up and confront this issue. And we're not doing anybody any good unless we do confront the issue. Things are just going to deteriorate more and more and more until what? Until we're just completely miserable and we're trying to emigrate somewhere because of how horrible it is. And this is what we've got to expect if we don't get our act together and, you know, and figure out how these people are duping us, how they have screwed up our lives, and how it's the root of all of our problems. All of them. I mean, I know I watch the Alex Jones show a lot, you know, and a lot of great reporters and great guests and reports and whatnot. I had this one woman on, and she was talking about the pedophile ring, you know, and these guys that actually get away with this kind of stuff, underage women and all that. And there's a reason, you know, at first glance, one doesn't see the money connection to even something like that. But indeed there is. Apparently it's an industry, it's a business, it's a racket. And we've got good guys in governments, white hats, and we've got black hats. And some of those guys are even in on it. That's the problem we've got. We've got people that are willing to do things that normal people aren't to get their way, whatever it is, whatever their fancy is, whatever decadent, perverse fancy they have can be met, okay? And it is not okay. I mean, this is biblically speaking. I don't need to make a law of man. You better beware of what's written in your Bible and any other religious teaching out there, that any other faithful teaching, let's say, whatever it is, it all says, no, hands off the children. If you harm a child, it'd be better for you not to have been born and to be thrown into the depths of the sea with a millstone tied around your neck. So if you take that as a metaphor, that's fine. Understand, no, don't touch the children. Their brains aren't developed. They don't have the wherewithal to tell you, stay away from my body and keep your body parts away from me, okay? So it's never okay to be a pedophile. Again, there's a money interest there. So none of us are going to know reality until we take away the money. About abortion, how many people are how many women are fearful that they can't support the baby? They don't make enough money. So the best thing they can do is just kill it. I mean, that's about it comes down to. It's money. How many women would sell their bodies? How many women would be involved in pornography? Okay, if it wasn't about the money. All if you took away the money, then we could say these things are going to dry up. They're going to dissipate over time gradually. Even if we're so inculcated and trained and indoctrinated and brainwashed into, the sick things that, people are involved with in society, the gambling vices, the drugs, alcohol. Alcohol is a drug, by the way. All these things and all the prescription stuff people get involved in, all these painkillers, the debt. What a miserable burden debt is. The dubious warfare, people dying, children witnessing these things, people getting their limbs blown off, brain damage, horrible stuff beyond description. Okay, and then we've got the crime rate. Okay, all this stuff is all part and parcel, of these money junkies that have screwed up our lives, screwed up our minds. They take away our joy. We can't enjoy fully. We can feel grateful to God. Thank you for life and existence and all my stuff. And thank you for, helping me to get my bills paid and all this. And it's good to be grateful. Thank God that you were given a brain. Okay, thank God for your sense of smell and taste and sight and hearing and touch. All these things that we've got going on. It's wonderful just to exist and to be a part of this. We're a part of a big picture, okay? And we're here forever. And all of us have equal opportunity to expand forever. This is about eternity. How much are we going to grow in eternity? How different are things going to look in 1,000 years of life? How are we going to see how mad this world was and the way people do things compared to what we could have? Think about it. What could we have? And who is telling you to limit yourself? Who is telling you that it's bad to be idealistic? But we've been trained to believe that. We've been trained that you're being stupid, you're a pipe dreamer, your imagination has run wild, that it'll never be like that because of so-and-so, because of the greed in the heart of men, and so we can't have it. But instead, we should look at our own selves and say, am I ready to live in a world that is entirely free from the concept? That's what money is. It's a concept. It's an idea. We can't, folks. It's too irresistible for evil people. If we were going to learn to contend with this, wouldn't we have done it by now after thousands of years of this concept being the rule of the day, being in place? These money masters having that huge advantage, saying, yes, I am willing to murder to get my way. That's the people that are running things. So you could talk about this problem, that problem, spread yourself thin and just nibble around the edges of our societal ills, or you can go for the jugular and go for the root. And that's what I'm talking about. And Jesus pointed these same things out. We got to go for the jugular. These hypocrite class need to be thrown down. These are the people that are telling us the earth's overpopulated. Georgia Guidestones, we got to get the earth down to 500 million people to save the planet. And, we're going to suppress the clean energy technology. We can't talk about that, but yeah, we bought up the patents and we got to protect the oil companies' interest. And that's the only pretext we have. You're destroying the planet burning CO2, but we're not going to let you not burn CO2. And, we're the biggest hypocrites because we've got the carbon footprint of 10,000 men, but you shut up. Obama in Africa, don't ever expect to drive cars or have air conditioning. I mean, what kind of nonsense is that? And what do I hear from Africa? Who's speaking out about that? Because they're all elitists. They're entrenched. They got that division. And is communism the answer? Socialism, where you get the elite, you get a handful. That's why these elitists love it. Guys like George Soros and people. Oh, they all think, the rich should be taxed more and all this. Well, then pay it. Give it. Give it over, man. I mean, you're so benevolent that you believe in taxes. Give it up. Set an example. That's how we teach best. That's why I'm pro-America. I say, if America can set a shining light example, that's the best gift we can give any other nation. We can point to it. We can say, look, here's the evidence. Okay, here's the formula. Here's the recipe. Follow this for sound currency and wean yourself off the poverty. Once you get off the poverty, you get off the crime. You get off the debt. You get off the dubious war. You get off the abortion, you get off the drugs, you get off the alcohol, you get off the prostitution, the pornography, all this stuff, all of it, and all the other the ways they're destroying our environment with these chemicals, they're spraying our skies. These are the people doing it. That same group of people. Okay, they're all involved. This New World Order cabal has it's a manifold serpent. Okay, with many heads, a hydra. Okay, that's what it is. But together it's one monolithic monster, really. Okay, and these people that are at the top are deceivers. They're fine with that. They don't care about answering to God. They don't care. They don't have the fear of God in their soul like they should. That's reverence. That's respect, profound respect for your maker, saying, God, who am I? And being humble. There's no room for, a self-righteousness here. No, it's all about the righteousness of God. The righteousness of men is as filthy rags. Nonetheless, we still need to be righteous to confront these people, to say, I have standing. I am an equal human being, and it's in my Constitution, my Bill of Rights. These things aren't given by men. They're given by God. They're established in our land to seek true happiness. And if in seeking true happiness I realize I stumble upon a few things, then I have to expose you people. I have to confront you and say, you're the ones that are causing my happiness to be compromised. Okay, and it's not okay anymore because you've been getting away with this for decades and decades that I know of, and I'm sick and tired of it. I want to put it to an end. I want this thing to turn around. I want the wealth disparity to turn around, not by taking from others, but by allowing the people at the bottom of this dog pile, this heap, okay, to have. That's the way that you turn it around, so that everybody is allowed prosperity. I'm not taking anything from you. In fact, sound currency would mean whatever you have in terms of moneyed assets, fungible assets, whatever, it all goes up in worth. Your money, whatever that concept means to you, whether you look at it in gold or Bitcoin or cash or stocks and bonds, all this crap, it goes up in worth. Okay, so what does that mean? It means you can have as many houses as you want, instead of thinking, wow, my house is my piggy bank, and how nice it is that they're manipulating markets and the value of my home is going up, and I don't care how they're doing it, but I'll take the fair market price, when it's not the fair market price. It's a wholly manipulated to the nth degree price. This is what they've done to California, to keep you locked out. The government's in there saying it's A-okay, we're going to send the checks to the landlord, subsidize it, make the problem worse, so there's more and more people going homeless, needy, need of shelter, need of charities, okay, need of begging. So, you know what? We don't care, because we just get our paychecks. Yeah, we're involved in the social welfare service industry, but we get our numbers go up. We get cost of living adjustments. We can't worry about your problem. You're poor because you're stupid. You're lazy. You need to go find a different career. You need to get an education. It's your problem, right? That's the easy thing to do. Focus on the person that is really experiencing the effect. Okay, they're experiencing the effect. Now, the cause is the monsters, the money monsters that are manipulating markets, and all the minions, these special interest groups, okay, combined, are causing the problems. So what we do, because it's too hard, they're the untouchables, right? We can't go to them. They're out of reach. You know what? I mean, it's too hard. Then it's like blaming capitalism or something. When really, then what are you, a socialist by default? You see how the whole thing is so divisive, too, that people don't understand. What we need to do is step back and look at things through God's eyes. What would an economy look like if Jesus Christ was ruling our economy? Would there be room for money? No, there wouldn't. We need to be honest about a few fundamental questions. We need to ask ourselves, at birth, shouldn't it be the way God would have it? And how is it if God could have his way? Well, it'd be equal. You'd be born understanding this earth belongs to you as much as the next guy. You're just passing through. That's your reality. That's your paradigm. And that you have an instinct to serve and to use your talents and to not sit around being lazy. And if you do, your conscience would be afflicted, and that you should go out there and participate and to help others that need help, that need your services, that need your talents. And we work together, and it gets easier and easier because we invent ways to make it easier and easier for us to meet our needs and to get through this thing together as a family, the family of man, one race, the human race. So, you superimpose the reality that we could have and should have if good was running the world, if Jesus was running the world, and upon the world that we have. And you see, well, what is madness? Is a guy that's talking about a society wholly without any form of money, any even bartering, that it just exists and we just share and take care of the stuff that exists, don't make more than we need, take care of our stuff because it's, we have that sense of ownership. I say sense of ownership because we're passing through. All we can do is use stuff. So it's ours to use collectively. We're very wealthy. All the infrastructure, all the technology rightfully belongs to God, to our parents. That's the creator God. Because God gave us the brain and the hands and feet, the wherewithal to go out and do these things. The brain, so all the technology. Where'd it come from? Well, it came from